back, everyone. We've got Jim Closson with us again this morning from Sit Means Sit, and this is Raven, right?
It's Raven.
Hi, Raven. We've got some good tips today because those Christmas puppies we talked about back in December and January, they're probably to the point now where they're starting to teeth.
That's right. And Raven was one of them. Raven was born November 1st, and so with her family, she's starting to teeth. Between 14 and 16 weeks is when they'll begin teething. Yeah. And so that's when you're going to see a lot of destructive behavior. They're going to start tearing up your kids' clothes and grabbing shoes and chewing on the table legs. So it's important to have proper toys ready for them. Things like the Kong, we've talked about that, we've shown those in the past. The Kong is great because you can put things in the Kong and then freeze it. Things like canned food or peanut butter or cheese. There's a lot of things you can keep there. Now, the Kong would be the #1 toy I'd recommend because that acts like a teething ring acts to a human baby. When you freeze the Kong with a puppy, they're chewing on it, they're biting at it, they're getting that frozen canned food out, but that ice cold rubber is numbing their gums. And if it numbs their gums, and as we can see here, if I open up her teeth, you can see how her baby teeth are just starting to fall out. The adult teeth are coming in. They're going to want to chew on anything and everything, your hands, your pant legs, but that frozen Kong will help numb the gums. And if the pain goes away, it feels good. And if it feels good, they want to go back to it.
Okay, what about real bones and rawhide, that kind of thing too? Do you need to stay away from those as puppies?
Well, the real bones I would talk to the veterinarian about. Your veterinarian is an expert on why you would use real bones or why you wouldn't use real bones. There are different types of bones that you can get at the pet stores that are cooked bones. Now, usually most of the bones that you're going to get there have gone through some sort of compliance check. I would be very careful with certain breeds with rawhides because with rawhides they can soften up. And so brachiocephalic breeds, Boston Terriers, Pugs, the breeds that have the pushed-in noses, I don't give the rawhides to my wife's Boston Terrier because I don't want it to get caught in her throat. They have a hard enough time breathing anyway. But for other breeds, like with a Labrador puppy, pig ears, the cow hooves, the rawhides, those should be perfectly fine for a dog like this.
Okay, and now, when you come home and you see something destroyed, pillows, shoes, anything, it's frustrating. Do you need to discipline the dog in any way?
Too late. It's too late to discipline them. If you don't catch them in the act to replace the behavior, it's too late. So if you come home and you've seen that the puppy has chewed up your shoes or chewed holes into the table leg, it's already too late. So the puppies don't speak English. They don't understand what they're doing. They're just following their natural instinct. So it's best to use replacement behavior, meaning put them in a position where you see them start to chew on something that's inappropriate and then give them the toy that is appropriate. Like this little toy here is a really soft little tug toy that I got at Cabela's. And it's the reason I got it in soft so it doesn't hurt her teeth so much. So I can replace whatever she was chewing on with an appropriate item.
And she loves this. She's been playing with it the whole time. Jim, thank you so much for stopping by today. Great tips, great information for those teething puppies at home. All right, coming up.
Back to Good Morning Idaho, everybody. I'm here with Jim Closson, our dog training expert from Sit Means Sit. Good to have you back, Jim.
Well, thanks for having me.
We're talking about the puppies that a lot of people undoubtedly got for Christmas. You know, you go pick one out, brand new, who knows how young it is. Right about now, we're 3 months later, those puppies are starting to get to a stage where they need to know how to socialize.
That's right. They need socialization because a lot of people will keep their puppies home, not take them anywhere, and then at 4 or 5, 6 months of age, they've had their vaccinations, and then they decide, okay, now I better take the puppy out, and the puppy shows a fear reaction to things.
Just because it hasn't seen them before.
Fear of the unknown. That's all it is fear of the unknown. So it's very critical that you take these puppies out. Even, I get 8 or 9 10-week-old puppies, even that are not fully vaccinated, I carry them. The risk comes when you put them on the ground. If you put them, like I would never take a puppy to the dog park or something like that because you can't control who comes to the dog park. There might be dogs that are fully vaccinated, some that are not fully vaccinated. But the socializing, that first couple 100 days of life for that puppy is so critical. So even with my young puppies, I take them out, I hold them, I carry them, they're in the car with me, I let people pet them and touch them. I'll take them into PetSmart or Petco, but I am holding them. I do not put them on the ground. But I let them see the world. I let them explore the world.
Get a feel. For how long do you do that?
Well, until they're fully vaccinated, like at this age, 16 weeks of age. So Raven is
Raven is fully vaccinated?
Yeah, so Raven is fully vaccinated. So now I can take her places because she has the immunity built up. She's had all her vaccinations. She's had her parvo, her distemper. She's had her bordetella and her rabies. And so now, like today when we first came in, we got here at 6 in the morning. And remember when she first came through, she was afraid. She was sitting right over there.
Well, she saw Jay Bates when she first walked in and kind of cowered. That's
Yep,
how
she
my
did.
reaction about every morning when I see Jay Bates.
Yeah, a lot of people
too,
are that
so.
way when they see Jay Bates. So, but you can see she's been here now for an hour, and now she's completely comfortable.
Oh, totally,
she's
totally.
exploring, and that's because I've spent the time taking her different places and letting her realize that there's nothing wrong. A lot of people will get a puppy and then they don't take it anywhere. And I meet a lot of people that will bring their puppies to me at 8 or 9 months of age, and they'll say, I didn't want to do anything wrong, so I didn't do anything at all. Well, that's the worst thing.
That's something wrong right there.
Yeah, because then the puppy doesn't know how to handle the challenges of the environment. That fear becomes instilled. So you take your puppies out once they've been fully vaccinated, and you begin challenging them in new places, going to the park, going to the school, visiting Petco and PetSmart and Home Depot, or the places that are pet friendly.
On the set of Good Morning Idaho, for example.
This is a
just,
great place.
And just really quickly, we're running out of time, but you would also mentioned earlier as well, they're starting to teeth, so they might be
That's
chewing.
right.
You said earlier just to make sure you catch them in the act and give them something that they can chew on.
Replacement behavior. Some of the toys that we have here are little tug toys, little bite toys.
Kind of soft ones so they
That's
don't hurt
right.
them.
And you can see how she's got a little bit of blood on it, and that's from her teething. She's losing her puppy teeth. So don't discipline the puppies because they don't know.
Just let them do it on something that's appropriate
That's
rather than your
right.
couch or your shoes.
That's
All right.
right.
So great stuff. We're going to post these tips at IdahoOnYourSide.com. Jim Closson, of course, from Sit Means Sit will have information there. If you have a dog that needs training, you can train anybody.
That's right.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jim.